Okay. Some of you saw my tweet last night. Do you want the story? React. Okay, do you want the story? Because it's actually really funny and unfucking believable that this happened. And it was... I've never had so many things line up at once to just be so incredible as they happen this way. Drama time. This is an impromptu drama time for you. Let me set the scene. Emma had an MRI scan booked for 7 p.m. on the other side of Manchester, which meant she couldn't eat or anything because she's going in the big machine. And so I've been craving a Chinese for like 2 weeks or whatever, ever since we started freaking Like a Dragon. And the boys like Chinese food. Emma doesn't. So it made sense. I was having the boys. I wanted the Chinese. I was like, we'll go for a Chinese while you're going to the hospital. That was the call I made yesterday from here while we were on stream. Deal. Emma calls me at 5:05 last night, just as we finished the stream, to say, do you want picking up? Because we're nearby. I was like, sure. That sounds good. We get in the car, and she said, I've been Googling, or Max has, Googling places near the hospital I'm going to so I could come with you. And I said, oh, right. I thought you didn't want anything. That's why I was going out with the boys. And she went, here's the problem. I don't care about that. I just want to go out with you guys, which is fine. But the boys are starving to death. So we won't be able to do that because that's going to be at like 8 o'clock maybe tonight. So we can't do that. I was like, all right. And she went, do you want me to take you to the Chinese? I'll drop you off there now because the boys are really hungry. All right. Sounds good. And then she said, just make sure it's open at this time of day. So I Googled it, and sure enough, it's closed. I was like, fuck's sake, it's closed. And they're not opening till Wednesday. They're closed Monday, Tuesday. So I was like, what do you want to do? And then Max says, why don't we go to the shit Chinese? Now, the shit Chinese is basically a glorified Chinese chippy. It's been around in my local town for about 15 years. They must own the building. But there's never more than like 2 or 3 people in there. It's not the let's say not the fanciest of places. But we don't mind it because the food's really nice. It's dirt cheap. It's an all you can eat Chinese that's like 20 quid a head. So it's going to be like 60 quid for the 3 of us. And the boys like it. We don't mind because we're not as, we don't care that it's not the best place in the world. We're fine with it. Yeah, you get good food. We're going to shoot the shit and talk and chit chat. Now, let me describe this building to you. On the outside, it looks decrepit and bad. You eat on the second floor where they've got a bar and a bunch of tables and a karaoke station, all the things you would expect in a Chinese, right? Even though they have barely any customers, because basically their entire business model is takeaway, but they do allow you to sit in, which is what I wanted to do, and sit and eat with the boys, right? Downstairs, as you walk in, there's a mini little reception, and then a bit of a tiny open floor area, and then like a pond that they've built in there that's got some fish in it and stuff. And then you walk upstairs to go to the actual seating area. That's like the entranceway has got this thing in. So Emma drops us off outside, and then she says, I can't believe you guys eat here. It looks like it's got fucking AIDS, right? It does from the outside, to be fair, it does. But we're like the boys, right? Boys. We're like, we don't fucking care. Whatever. We're all right. So we walk in. Now, this is important for where we're going with this story. We walk in, and there's 2 things happening. First of all, there's a function room downstairs that I didn't know existed, which has got like, I don't know, like 15 people in it that's blasting like Taylor Swift and stuff. And ultimately ended up doing karaoke about 20 minutes in. So they're having like a birthday party in there. The downstairs foyer, the entrance area, it's got tables in it. Nobody sat there, but it's got tables. So my instant assumption is, oh, they must be having like a birthday party thing, so they've got tables set out downstairs because that's where this function room is, whatever. So there's no member of staff in the entranceway. So we start walking upstairs as we hear a guy who ended up being like the waiter, manager, whatever, go, oh, no. And we're like, oh, what's going on? And as I reach the top of the stairs, I see into where you usually sit, and the lights are off. The tables are all there, but the lights are off. So I'm like, he's like, down here, seating down here tonight only. And we're like, oh, okay. Even I'm a bit like put off at this. It's cold downstairs. It's clearly not designed to have customers around that area, right? They put this down there. But I'm guessing because they've got the function room open, they're trying to not have people eating downstairs and people eating upstairs. So the boys don't care. So it's a whatever. And I'm thankful at this point that Emma's not with us, because she would have absolutely said, I'm not doing this. Like, there ain't no way. I already don't want to be here, and we're not eating here. But, I mean, we don't care. So we sit down and get on with our meal. About 15 minutes later, a couple comes in. This guy and this woman who are on date night. Like, we hear them talking because they sit to the table that is adjacent to us. So if you picture me sat at the sort of back of the table with my back to this pond thing, Max is directly in front of me, and then directly behind him is this couple, right? So we're right next to each other. And they get on with their meal, and the guys in the other room start singing karaoke. It's terrible. And then they come out, and it was quite a nice atmosphere. The guy comes out and is like, I'm so sorry you had to hear our karaoke. Like, we're enjoying it out here, like having a bit of a laugh. It's a dirt cheap place. We're all shooting the shit, having fun. We're having a giggle. Everything's good. Then the karaoke gang finishes. Their party finishes, and they leave. So there's only me and my boys and this couple in the whole place. And our food's coming. The food's great. We're all having a good time. About 20 minutes after that, 2 police officers walk in. Guy and a gal. And the lady cop comes in, and she goes, hello! So me being me, I go, hello! Right? She's clearly expecting that nobody would be in this entranceway, because there usually isn't. And the manager then, she goes like, oh, where's the manager? And I was like, I think he just went upstairs, but he'd actually gone to like the bathroom and stuff. So he comes out while they're in there because he's heard this hello or whatever. And he goes, hi. And then they're talking to each other, and then they go upstairs. Now, James, who's going to be the downfall of this tale, unfortunately, asks, why are the police here? And I said, it's pretty normal. I said, I used to manage like 4 nightclubs here. The police go around every night, pretty much, and just drop in and make sure everything's okay. They make sure there's no like suspicious people, or, you know, have you had anybody like wander in? Is there anything that we need to be aware of? They just do a patrol of the town and drop into pubs and things like that and just make sure everything's okay. And so that's what I say. As I say that, we start hearing screaming. Actual screaming. And then we start hearing smashing glasses coming from upstairs. Like legitimate screaming, shouting, get the fuck off me, what are you doing here, blah, blah, blah. The glasses start being broken, all sorts of stuff. As this is happening, 2 more police show up. Built like fucking tanks. And they come in, and so I go, I don't know what it is, but it's upstairs. And he goes, nice one. They then go upstairs. Well, commotion's going on. I don't know what it is, but it's upstairs. Like, all right. The manager then comes back down. And you can just hear this fucking war happening upstairs. And then another cop turns up and comes in on the radio. And he's like, all right, how do you access... He's talking to the manager. He's like, how do you access the back? How do you get to the back? Where's the back? And then he's on the radio like, right, round the back. Get round the back to somebody else. So I was like, there must be more police outside. And so then he's like, okay, upstairs, upstairs. So there's now 5 police upstairs. And a war breaking out. The couple turns around to our table and goes, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's happening? And I was like, I don't know. But I respect that the guy is still serving us and not bringing it up, because he stood there saying, did anybody order fried rice? Can I get anybody a beer? I was like, I respect that this fucking guy is trying to keep this show going. Like, I don't care what's going on. I'm not even going to reference what's going on upstairs. I am trying to keep this fucking this is going, right? You're my customers. You're here for a good time. And I am not going to let whatever the hell is happening go wrong. And so he's like, he's just plowing through, baby. He's just like, yeah, do you want a beer? Do you want a beer? Do you want a beer? And this is when I notice that my 10-year-old is shitting his pants. He is terrified. I can see he's nearly welling up. I'm like, you okay? And he goes, I don't like it. I don't like it. I was like, it's okay. There's like a lot of police here. And he's like, But why, though? What if someone's got a gun? What if someone's got a knife and all that? And then he just turns to the lady, who I assume is the chef, and just goes, can we get the bill, please? He didn't even ask me. Didn't ask anything. Me and Max were all up for this show. We're like, I'll get another beer and watch what the hell fucking plays out here, because this is awesome. He's like, can we get the bill, please? And he goes, Daddy, can you order a taxi? Please, can you order a taxi? And I'm like, son, you're fine. Like, there's nothing. We kind of want to know what's going on, right? But he's like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm like, all right. All right. I'm not going to scare my 10-year-old son, right? So I'm like, all right, it's fine. So I order us a taxi. It's going to be like 3 minutes. There's still a war going on upstairs, and the guy is just plowing on with the night and asking everything. Brings the bill over, calm as you like. Well, there's fucking more shit being broken. We can hear tables breaking upstairs. And then James says, please, can we wait outside? So I go outside. There is 5 police cars lined up outside this restaurant. As we get out the front of the door, 2 cars show up that are not police-marked cars, where more police pile out. Like 3 more. There was 2 more guys and another girl. They're on the radios going, Vicky, where are we? Where do you need us? Where do you need us? And they're like, round the back. How do I get round the back? It's like, go left of the building. So they then sprint round to the side of the building, disappear. A riot van shows up. A fucking riot van, which comes out with armored police who are wearing all the fucking clobber like NFL players outside this restaurant where we're stood. At which point we realize if we cross the road, we can see into the upstairs window. So we're like, let's go see what's going on. So we're trying to like see what the fuck is going on up there. And James is like holding my hand and he's like, do you think they're going to come out? Do you think they're going to come out? I was like, I don't know. I hope so. I kind of want to know what the fuck's going on. Then our taxi arrives and can't get to us because there's now so many police cars and vans in the street. And he's like up the street. He like can't get near us because the entire road is now filled with police vehicles from all over the place. And I'm like, oh my God. And the guy's like looking at us like this. I was like, we've got to go. We've got to go. And as we're walking out, we're like looking back like this as no more cops showed up. But there must have been 13 total police officers who were in the building, including armed police. And the big fucking flaccid penis of this, I have no idea what it was. And I can't for the life of me try and figure it out. I can't get a thread of what the fuck could have gone on. I don't know. And there's nothing in the news because there was only us and the other couple that were there from the members of public. So I don't know what it was. I've been trying to like theorize what the hell was going on. It didn't make the MEN. It didn't do anything like that. Call the police and ask? No. Emma's been on the case because Emma was gutted she missed out on this. She wanted the full story when we got in. And I was like, I can tell you the drama of it, but I can't tell you the conclusion of it because I have no idea what it was. Did somebody break in during the day? Had they had somebody trapped up there for a while? Because it then looked more suspicious that they had closed off the upstairs earlier in the night. But we had been there like an hour and 20 minutes before the police showed up. So, and the lights were off when I checked up there. So, when I glanced up there. So, what's going on? Like, what is happening? If this many police showed up and it kicked off to the point where they were smashing everything up, then surely this wasn't something that they'd had going on already. To the point where they could have set up tables and dressed them downstairs. A rogue party? I don't know. The only thing I could put my finger on, having worked in these environments for a long time, is that somebody broke in while everybody was downstairs. They broke in upstairs and they called the police to say there's people burglarizing the place upstairs or something along those lines. Or, in Chris's theory, it was the Chinese mafia and they were having a private meeting up there that went pear-shaped or something like that, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. That is a lot for a police break-in. Yeah, it was definitely violent, whatever the hell was going on. But good God, the showmanship of that fucking server to not even bring it up. He didn't say, don't worry about it, we're dealing with it. He didn't bring it up, didn't reference it. All he said was, do you want another beer? That's it. Didn't give a shit. Didn't give a shit. He was like, didn't even acknowledge it was happening whatsoever. It didn't acknowledge a fucking thing. I don't know.